Thanks for taking the time to review the Seller Funded Buydown Strategy. Some folks also refer to it as a buyer buy-up strategy. In today's challenging real estate market, this strategy can help a buyer in a competitive selling market have their home be the one that stands out by making it hundreds of dollars a month cheaper than the competing listings at the same price and allow buyers to maximize their purchasing power to get the most home for the money every single month. The reason this is critical is because when you take a listing, you've got about 5 weeks to get it sold at its highest price, at its highest activity level. The fact of the matter is that after 5 weeks, historically, the listing starts to grow stale. Experience shows you should get and accept a solid offer sometime between the 3rd to 5th weeks. Beyond that time, when you get stale, you're going to get less showings and less people to play ball with. So the Seller Funded Buydown Strategy can help you take advantage of that window of time where you are really at your hottest point on the listing and help you be the one that sells. Here's how we do it. In a traditional situation, if you've got a loan of or a purchase price of $375,000 and an FHA loan at 4%, you get a $360,000 loan at 5 3/8%, and your payment would be $2,400 a month. Let's say somebody came in and offered you a little lower, and they offered you $365,000. The traditional marketing in the mortgage and real estate business says we're going to knock that $10,000 off the price, get a new loan for $351,000 at the same interest rate of 5 3/8, and the payment's going to be $50 a month cheaper. This is why $10,000 price cuts, though very frustrating for the sellers because that's real money to them, don't make a big difference for the buyer. And the reason is $50 a month isn't a big difference. But what if we took the same $10,000 and instead wrote the contract up as a $375,000 offer? And at that $375,000, we're still going to put down the 4%. But now we're finding ourselves in a situation where we've got a $360,000 loan, again, based on the original numbers, but we've paid the $10,000 in discount points to get a new rate. By reducing the rate 1 full percent to 4.375, we're able to get a payment of $218 a month less from the same $10,000 concession. We just didn't make it on the price of the home. We made it on the price of the money to finance the home. This strategy is even more effective at larger purchase prices. If you have a property at $585,000 and you're getting a 5/1 interest-only adjustable rate loan, that rate maybe is at 6.5%, and that payment's going to be $3,500 a month. Same scenario, a $20,000 price cut is going to get the 5/1 arm at 6.5% and is going to be $97 a month more affordable. So a $20,000 price cut at $585,000 is probably not a big impact for the buyer of that property. But when you use the Seller Funded Buydown, what happens is you take the same purchase price of $585,000 and you get a rate of 5 5/8. This makes the payment go down to $3,117 a month, or almost $400 a month less, maximizing the buying power of the buyer and making the house stand out if you're the seller. As part of our ongoing service to you here at America's Mortgage Choice, we'll help you by compiling this easy to understand, full color explanation, and either meet with or conference call with you and your client so that everybody can get on board with this unique strategy that helps us move homes in today's market. Let's break down the numbers from the analysis we just did. Again, the Seller Funded Buydown works like this. When you're not getting a full price, or when you're getting a full price and there is no buydown, that $585,000 gets us a $3,400 a month monthly payment. And then when you take a reduction in price, strictly a price reduction down to $565,000, you're going to put the same 10% down, get the same interest rate at 6.125, and reduce the payment by a little under $100 a month, a little over $100 a month. The income to qualify this person doesn't change much. It's still in north of $8,500 and less than $9,000. It's probably the same job, the same employment, the same situation that the person has who buys at this number as they do at this number. However, when we go with the Seller Funded Buydown, and we take the two screens from last screen here on the left and we add the analysis of the buy down, we now stay at a $585 purchase price. We have the same 10% down, but now our interest rate is 5.25%. That takes the payment down under $3,000 a month with taxes and insurance and requires only a $7,500 a month monthly income. It's a great winner because it allows somebody with a different style of job, different type of job, to qualify to buy that home. That almost $1,000 in less income required expands the buyer pool and allows more people to be interested in this property. This buyer would have only previously qualified for a $495,000 house, which likely was not a house in this subdivision or building or neighborhood, but was one neighborhood over, less prestigious. It allows them to finance $90,000 more house. And let's not kid ourselves. Most buyers want to buy the maximum amount of house that they can reasonably afford. The seller funded buy down, by permanently lowering the interest rate on the loan, allows that to happen. Everybody wins in the seller funded buy down. The first thing is neighborhood values benefit. We're not continuing to chop the comps, chop the comps, chop the comps. We're remaining at our full price. You get a marketable difference for your listing. It allows you to offer a discount financing package. Put that in the multiple listing service and take advantage of every available avenue to market that home. You get your maximum commission because, again, if the deal's going to go down, why wouldn't we want to have it go down at maximum commission if everybody wins? The seller maintains their higher price, which is a win for them. That makes the house more attractive to the buyers. They are much more interested in buying a house that's hundreds of dollars less per month. The buyer also benefits with the lower payment. And again, that is a permanent reduction in payment. The borrowers also help to qualify. Again, we're expanding the buyer pool and lowering debt to income ratios. Finally, there are tax benefits. Consult your tax professional, but points are tax deductible to the buyer. For more information about the seller funded buy down, contact us today at 630-368-3300 or email me directly at dkramer, Kramer, at amchq.com. Thanks again for listening to this presentation regarding the seller funded buy down and buyer buy up strategy. We look forward to helping you close your next transaction.